And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, you know, Leeson.
And Martin.
Oh, Martin's been there for ages.
Well, for once, it's not Craig first, at least, I guess.
Martin's.
We're having a political discussion, and the show hadn't even started. Yeah.
You're right, Lee. You're okay, Martin.
I'll tell you guys what I told them the other day. They're keeping them going. We're keeping them going formaldehyde and piano strip. That's all it is. Hey, Mel.
What's everybody been up to this week then?
Trying to work out how to get formaldehyde into some juice.
Yeah.
Hey, Lisa.
Hey, Lisa.
Evening, Lisa. Yeah.
No, if that cretin actually gets the leadership, yeah, I want independence.
I hate to say this, but I actually think there's a real chance he probably will get in. Which scares me, to be honest. Evening, Martin.
It scares me. It scares me, but I want the cretin who's in the seat at the moment out.
Yeah, but you have to put a bit of a forethought into this. Yes, you're getting rid of one complete narcissistic arsehole, but you're replacing him with another complete narcissistic
arsehole.
See, that's when everybody was like, well, why would you want Biden in office? He's Sleepy Joe, da da da. I'd rather have Sleepy Joe than the midnight ranting Cheeto. At least he was asleep during these hours of, maybe I should blow up something. Nah, maybe I should go back to bed. Yeah. So, I mean, you're not going to win either way. We've seen what politics is. It's never going to change. But as I've always said, A, it's partially why I don't vote, and B, they have the lesser of two evils for every election. So pick one.
Yeah, but I'm a believer that if you don't vote, you've no right to complain.
I think you have to. Yeah, I agree, Bill. You have to vote. There's a but. Even if the person you're voting for you dislike, you pick the one with the, who's sort of the better out of a bad lot.
And that's why I've always had the moral complexion of even voting, is because I feel like at that point, yes, both are a bad option, and yeah, I'd rather have the better of the two, but I don't want to be anywhere near responsible for either side getting into position.
Yeah, but they're going to get it. They're going to get in anyway.
That's the thing, especially when we saw the first election with Mr. Cheeto Man, is you saw the numbers were there on the opposite side. No matter what, he was going to get in.
The issue you've got if everybody said, "Oh no, fuck it, I just won't bother voting. I won't bother voting," it's going to end up with the idiot. You're going to get the worst possible person in power.
Well, then
at least if you make an educated choice, you're still going to end up with an arsehole, but maybe a lesser arsehole.
Well, the point is, too, then you got all those people that do vote, and a good majority of them, if not a high percentage, put it that way, are, this guy said this on the television and I liked it, and this guy made a commercial against him saying he did bad things, so I like that too, so we're going to do that, and you end up with our current situation.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully that we should automatically get a general election, yes. I mean, we're going to end up with Labour, I believe, back in power.
Well, your guys seems to kind of do that looping thing where, like ours does, where it's gonna bounce back and forth after a certain time frame anyway.
I mean, the alternative is Farage. and deformed. Which
That doesn't bear thinking about.
Deformed. Did somebody hit him with a shovel finally?
I wish they would. I wish they would.
No, we just think it's the more appropriate name for Farage's party.
They're called
Fair due.
reform.
Oh, I
but
know.
I prefer deform. I don't know. I ain't getting too deep into politics on this show. Not today. No, you're not dragging me into it.
I hope everybody has had an enjoyable solstice.
Yes, I had a cream cake.
That's a hell of a
We went to
celebration.
the cinema. I wanted to go and see Masters of the Universe, so we made a compromise and went and saw Toy Story instead.
Yeah, I saw that. I was wondering whose decision that was.
Craig wanted to go and see musty men half naked with baby oil on them at the cinema. I mean, you know, whatever floats your boat.
He's sitting there. They made Brokeback 2. They went to Manchester.
No! That just no, Tyler. God, no.
I got him early, but that was a good one.
Nice, Martin.
Oh, nice. Yep, I've never had the gumption to try surfing.
Well, you
I
haven't got any
fall down walking too many times a day. I don't need to try surfing.
I'm not being funny. You haven't got any sea near you, so that would help.
Well, we used to do yearly vacations as a kid down to the Carolinas, which was hit or miss if it was worth going because, well,
Go
tourist
surfing
season
down the
was never
holler.
fun. That what?
Down the holler.
Well, see, now we're back to the bill aspect. If you set the proper charge off at the top of the river.
I can tell. No,
no,
I know I get him started. I knew
you.
no, we aren't in. Turn Whitby Harbour into a tidal wave. Honestly, no. Just no. The show is meant to be talking about the fact of illnesses and long-term illnesses and their effect on people and mental health. So I'm actually getting on subject for once.
I said not so much dealing with the mental health side because that gets a lot more convoluted.
That's another show, yeah. But what's it more like just the day-to-day of just making it through and things that people that have dealt with it for a long time have realized, hey, you would not have thought of this, but it does make the day easier. It makes life easier.
Yeah.
Well, I think most people are dealing with long-term health problems.
Oh, a mushy pea tidal wave. We didn't need that one, Lee.
A mushy pea tidal wave. That's
Hmm.
no. That you know.
I say if you're gonna do that one, you do it from Russup. Then you get the whole of the valley below the weir.
We've had a natural disaster. No, it was just Bill.
Go on then, Bill. Terminal long-term illnesses.
Well, you and I both live with chronic pain.
There's no way to talk about Alana.
He went there.
No. Alana lives with a chronic pain.
Ah, got it. Right.
Yeah, and it's about yay tall with a baseball bat.
No,
Okay,
we've
she
taken that
was
off.
with two chronic pains. But I have days where I can't use my hands hardly. Just basics of feeding myself. I use, surprisingly, camping cutlery because of its shape and its the way it sits in your hand.
Yeah.
Long handled spoons,
Mhm.
the sporks, because I can actually hold them and they don't start paying off.
I'll say,
It is a lot
the other
of
issue too is
veggies on mine.
trying to eat.
Oh, Steve.
Hey, Steve.
Or
Hi,
using
Steve.
long-handled titanium spoons because they will cut through anything, but they are not. They're a warm metal. When you pick it up, it doesn't feel cold.
No.
Mm.
And that change from hot to cold on the tips of my fingers triggers pain.
One probably a little bit of actual like sense of being able to feel what you're touching too.
Makes a big difference, Lisa. You know, if he can grip it properly and use it to feed himself and so on, that makes a big difference to his outlook on the day.
I remember my grandma was, her health unfortunately went really far down years and years ago, trying to feed herself and not being able to, hold a spoon properly, even get up to, you feel defeated at a certain point when you went all your life, do it by yourself, and then you can't. So having different shape cutlery, whatever it is, to do those small things for yourself, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
I saw this woman cry for one of the probably half dozen times I've watched a woman cry over anything, and that was one of the moments near her deathbed because she couldn't feed herself.
If I go out for a meal, I have to think carefully about preparing myself so that I can use the cutlery that they provide.
Yeah. And I think Martin's right what he says. I think if you've got a long-term degenerative disease of any sort, as opposed to an acute disorder, it's easier to deal with it long-term, does it? Because you get used to it.
Well, unfortunately, you get used to it, and you kind of have to, depending on your condition.
And you learn ways of coping with it.
You do.
You learn, okay, I need to cut certain things like opening bags. I have some spring-loaded heavy-duty kitchen shears, which are on a clip, so I can just close them up again straight away.
Yeah.
They're one of those crazy things that arrived free from Amazon from one of the vendors. And it's like, actually, they're really good.
What's like the more medical shear style scissors? They've got the wider, blade to them. They got the extra large handles to them. They're easier to use. I mean, even my hands. I mean, it doesn't help that I kill my hands at work every day. But like if I go to do dishes, I know about how many minutes I might have 10, 15 minutes doing dishes before my hands start hurting, the joints start aching and swelling. So I have to time what just need done right away, which ones I can soak, and
The last time I actually prepared a proper roast was over 10 years ago. And I did a full roast dinner for me mum, my stepdad, and my girlfriend at the time. And by the time it came to cutting it up, I had to get my mum to carve the chicken. And it was 2 hours before I could feel my hands again to eat myself. So I had to reheat my dinner. Everybody else had theirs, and a good meal.
Yeah.
I physically couldn't eat because I couldn't hold anything. You know, so they seem like little things, but preparing food at all now for me is out of the question.
Mm.
I
Unless
mean,
you said you found certain ready meals that are obviously a little bit more expensive, but it's a ready meal. You pay a little more, or you're getting really, really bad meals. Be honest about it. But
Yeah.
in your situation, it makes sense.
So I pay the bit more and get decent quality ready meals.
Yeah, but our ready meals, even the worst ones, are better than your good ones.
Yeah.
True.
The thing that still kills me, even for the expensive ready meals, go ahead and flip that ingredient list over and look at it. You know,
Mm.
That's what we've got in the worst of our ready meals. Our best ones, you recognize all of the ingredients. You can say them.
see,
Yeah.
that's the impressive bit. You can say them.
Yes.
Mm.
The only one that I wish they didn't put in sometimes was maltodextrin. But if you're having some of the sweet and spicy dishes, some of the sweet chili sauces, things like that, they're going to have maltodextrin in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you recognize all of the ingredients on the meals that I do eat.
Yeah.
And they're not a list of chemicals. They're a list of ingredients that I would
numbers.
yeah. They're a list of ingredients that I would use most of them if I was making the meal myself.
Well, exactly. And that's what you're trying to find.
Mm.
Even some of the Sainsbury's mid-range stuff is good quality.
Mm.
Martin, Bill's posh. He shops at Sainsbury's.
I've got a choice. I either go to Sainsbury's and get decent food, or I go to Aldi, and best one in the world, Aldi do not make good ready meals.
No.
But think about it as well, Bill. Sainsbury's, they know about your conditions, and it's one of your designated safe spaces as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got them on a big chart behind the counter with the shop.
Warning, do not let this man in.
Arsehole.
Yeah, it's more of a do not feed if seen, but
May bite.
But
they bite.
if I go anywhere other than Sainsbury's, I've got to go with 9. I can't go on my own.
How are you when they change things around in Sainsbury's?
I'm not too bad. They don't do it often.
Right.
You might get a bit of a change every 18 months, 2 years.
Oh, that's not bad.
Right.
See, over here, they'll lift the entire aisles up and move shit in different stores.
No,
they do it on purpose. I swear they do.
Oh, no, I've actually seen studies on it. It is actually done on purpose because the more you have to walk to find certain items, the more like you are to grab random other shit you didn't come there for.
Yeah, but the more irritated you're likely to get and punch a member of staff.
Yeah, but you're going to spend more money when you do punch them because they got to, well, see, they're getting more money again.
But that's another thing, though, the fact that for me, somewhere I feel comfortable to go shopping.
Yeah. I mean, I've been asked why, I do use Walmart for a lot of my, stuff because if certain things, it's easier just to get a whole big order that way. Why do I get delivery or a pickup order instead of going in and actually going shopping? because there's no point in getting sit there and arguing with people just trying to get down an aisleway because they can't figure out which size of potato chip they want, and they're sitting there in the middle of the outdoor buggy and you can't get past them for an hour. I can make the whole order on my phone in 20 minutes and have it delivered to my door the next day.
Yeah, but let's be honest, people in supermarkets are irritating.
That's why, especially ever since COVID hit and the delivery options and pickup options became a thing everywhere, I really don't go into a lot of stores unless it's like if I need something small, if I need something stupid, I'm going to walk in and go get it. It's not a big deal.
Do you know what?
But if I have a couple hours worth of shopping to do, I'm not going to go do it probably.
You know what amazes me in a supermarket? If you watch people, you can follow people around, and I don't suggest you go and follow people around the supermarket, get in trouble doing that. But you'll see them looking at packets, right? And they can't see jack shit. Their eyesight is terrible.
Oh, and it's like...
Then they come out, get in their car, and drive home.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, when people go in a supermarket car park, they lose the ability to drive.
Now, I'll tell you a good one. This is why I don't go into the stores anymore. Last time I went in, I took Noah with me to Walmart, right? And there's this woman, she's driving one of the little electric buggies, when you're not able to walk real well. Cool, fine, whatever. They are frustrating because most of them either don't really need it or they can't drive the fuckers for anything. So running into shit and blocking aisles and all that. She blocks the entire aisle when I'm trying to go down. I'm not kidding you, for a good at least 10 minutes to make this employee explain the difference between two different whisks. She had went to a different aisle, picked out two different whisks, and went all the way around to the opposite side of the store. You might know how big Walmart is, to find an employee and go, what's the difference? Had him scan both whisks, tell him there was $1 something price difference in both. Well, which one's better? It's a whisk.
I don't do shopping. I don't go in shopping.
It was so bad. And Noah's sitting there looking at me like, we finally get through because I needed a case of pop, and it was literally right behind this woman's fucking electric buggy. I couldn't do anything. It's the last thing I needed before I left. She finally fucking moves on. I get it. Noah looks at me. She can tell. You okay? It's like, yeah, that was just a little ridiculous and frustrating. We'll leave it at that.
Why don't you just turn around and say, move?
Because I felt for the employee that she was talking to. This poor girl was probably barely old enough to even have a job and is sitting here getting berated by this old woman about a whisk. Well, why is this one this much? How come this one's not, this one's bigger, but it's cheaper? How come? Just pick whatever whisk you need and go home. It's a whisk.
I would say, if you're having to ask questions like that, you don't know how to use it in the first place.
And like Matt said, she probably drove herself home.
But being a mental health advocate, go fuck yourself, Matt. It could be that this lady doesn't have many people that she talks to. Therefore, she goes to the supermarket and asks pointless questions to people because she hasn't got anybody to talk to.
Which would have been fine if she hadn't started arguing with the employee over why there was a $2 price difference in them.
Well, maybe she wanted somebody to argue with.
Well.
Now, was it the 5-minute argument or the full 30 minutes?
I'll give it to her. She at least was pleasant at the beginning and end of the conversation. The middle was the argument bit. Oh, 1 second, guys.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get my shopping delivered because living on my own, that sometimes is the only time I actually see people.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I have to turn into instant arsehole.
Although a lot of people do when they go shopping. Let's be honest, they really do turn into assholes.
But I know roughly what I'm going shopping for, where what I'm after is, and I might decide I want certain things extra to the shop.
I think like Steve just said, he has deliveries. Like Lisa said, they have deliveries. I think a lot of the supermarkets now, if they know somebody needs not necessarily help, but a bit of assistance, maybe with lifting stuff in Lisa's case, things like that, and Steve's, because obviously Steve's disabilities and so on. I think most of the staff now, the delivery drivers, most of them are pretty good. They're pretty decent people.
I mean, if I had to go to Morrison's or Asda, I wouldn't do it.
I don't think it's the people in the shops that are the issue. The staff. I think most staff are pretty all right.
See, over here, you have to tip them appropriately. If you don't tip them appropriately, your delivery will be as close to the driveway end as they can put it.
Yeah, well, I don't agree with this culture in America of tipping everybody.
No, I don't.
But
I looked at what it was, because they do it percentage wise. Like there's a certain minimum for like deliveries, Mind you, it was my grocery order, so it was over a couple $100. It was still minimum percent. I think came out as like $20 tip.
You see, the issue in America is your culture. Like when you go into a restaurant and then you have to leave a tip or percentage or whatever. This issue comes from the minimum wage issue in America.
There's certain restaurants that have mandatory gratuity tax. It's not even a tip anymore. It is a mandatory added to your bill. It is not a choice.
I don't begrudge the people who are doing the job.
Yeah.
See, I won't go to those places. I won't.
I do begrudge the country because this has been brought about because of the way your monetary system is.
Oh, yeah. And honestly, I also personally, call me dickish if you want, I like to reserve the right to the tip amount on the quality of service I got at that restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah, get him fuck all now. Fuck off.
Well, I'll tell you what, though. Me and my sister have said this for years. My mom was a waitress for a really big part of our childhoods. So we had, we went to where my mom worked numerous times as kids. Well, after a certain amount of time, besides, that random smack to the side of the head when their boss wasn't looking thing, you got used to it was your mom being your server. So you had better service than you got anywhere else you went to go eat. After enough years of that, you go anywhere else for food. Yeah, that waitress was kind of shit, wasn't she? It's like, no, she wasn't shit. She just didn't show up at your table every 3 minutes and make sure your chocolate milk was refilled, asshole.
Yeah, I totally agree, Martin.
But the American minimum wage is ridiculously low anyway.
I actually saw something about that this morning. So it's been the same for a while, right?
Yeah, 15 years.
At the start of it, meat was roughly like $2 something a pound. Now it is almost $9 a pound. Like I'm making my chili this week because I have the hot sauce, and I was gonna get. I usually use like the turkey logs of meat because it is cheaper, but I was gonna get an actual log of beef for it because obviously there's a big flavor difference there. Tell me why the log of turkey was $1.70 something. It was for the cheapest frozen shrink wrap log of beef I could get was $9.
Yeah, but the American minimum wage is $7.60.
Yeah.
The tipped minimum wage is $2.60.
Mm-hmm. Yep. If you're a server and you get tips, you are only required to
$2.56.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That is wrong. A minimum wage should be the absolute minimum to get by on.
Like, mind you, this was about 10 years ago when I left, working fast food. I was management at fast food, said 10 years ago. My pay had capped out for a year or two at this point when I quit there. I was capped out at $11 an hour as management.
Apparently it's $7.25 according to Godsman.
I thought that's what it was.
Yeah.
So it's actually worse than I said.
Yeah.
It's diabolical.
Well, yeah, that's national, yeah.
Your national minimum wage should be up around $20.
Well, put it this way: in the recent month, right? If someone making actual minimum wage here could only buy a gallon and a half of gas per hour of their work, and that's before taxes.
Yeah.
So you're probably making about a gallon worth of gas an hour at
Yeah.
that pay rate.
It's not that much better, eh? The way the price of
No, it
fuel.
isn't.
Dude, your petrol prices are fucking ridiculous.
But
I mean-
we're probably, to be honest, for what people are getting paid and what people are having to pay out for their groceries,
I'll say necessities.
for fuel, as in all fuel, as in electricity, gas, all of that. I should say we're probably better off.
Well, I was talking to somebody about like the healthcare thing the other day at work, and they were like, talking about how much they're paying for this, and then I'm like, it's kind of, I mean, yes, I would love to have the healthcare you guys do in one way, but another way it is hard because there is a wait time for certain things. Certain things can be more difficult depending on where you're living and blah blah. But you're also not going, hey, I get to pick between this medical saving procedure or having a place to live this year.
Yeah, but you say there's a wait time for a right. Okay, I agree. Yes. Say, let's say like my knee and my hip were starting to go. If my hip is bad and it needs to really, really bad to the point I can't walk, then yes, that would be moved up on the time period and I'd get it sooner.
Yeah.
If somebody who has severe medical issues with a heart complaint, a severe heart disease, and they have need a heart stent, okay, or clogged arteries.
Yeah.
In other words, if they don't get it, they're going to die.
So it's something life threatening.
Right, yeah. It's not an if or a but. They're going to die. It will be done.
Yeah.
So we get people here that get gunshot wounds to the head, being like, "Hey, we're going to have to send you to another hospital because your insurance isn't proper."
I saw a great one, and this was not a meme, okay, in America. An ambulance, this is not me making this up, this was true. An ambulance accidentally hit a bloke on a push bike, okay, in America, and ran him over. Put him in the back of the ambulance and then charged him $1,800 for the trip to the hospital. Now, in my mind, being the way my
you couldn't
mind
have thrown
is,
him that one for free. I mean, you kind of
I'm
caused that one
thinking,
there, bud.
Whoa. So we're running a bit of shortage on funds here. We'll
So we're going
send
to start
an
running
ambulance
cyclists
out
over.
to go and knock people over.
Yeah.
We'll get them to knock up a bit of trade.
Matt, did you happen to get a side job as an ambulance driver in America for a little while? I know you and cyclists don't get along, bud, but you ain't got to do it that far.
Fucking hair springs to mind.
If it was me, I'd use a hearse. Much more fun.
Hey, either way, they get a ride in the back.
Yeah. The thing is, though, Steve, they're state minimum wages, not the national minimum wage.
Right. Like,
But
that brings
you
up a good
still,
point.
the tipped server's wage is still a lot lower.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It's it's triaged in the UK. I mean, I was having trouble, high blood pressure. Right, get the blood pressure down. Go back to the doctor 2 days later. I'm getting chest pains. That was a Friday. Monday morning, phone call. Right, we want you in hospital now.
Yeah. So in Ohio, Bill, right now it is $11 per hour minimum wage for non-tipped employees, which I say, keep in mind, that's what I capped out as 10 years ago, managing fast food.
Yeah.
And non-tipped is $5.50 an hour. But still, $5.50 an hour. What happens when you go to work and it's either dead slow or you have assholes all day that don't tip?
Well, you don't get paid.
Right.
Yeah.
The thing is, your minimum wage is between a quarter and half of what it should be.
Oh, yeah. we've talked about. I mean, I'll never say I make bad money for what I do, but if you look at the current state of the economy, I don't really make what my field should make.
Yeah, this is what we're saying, Gotsman. You know,
Oh,
it's
dude, the bad part is I've actually looked and had friends that have been looking recently to see like if it'd be worth switching like to another place to work and everything. Dude, the pay rates, even for my field entry right now, are so low. You could go get a upper management job in fast food and make more money in the salary.
Because you haven't got any industry left.
Well, not even just that. It's just, the field is being taken over by so much robotic shit.
I've been telling you that. I've been saying this for months. You've got
all seen it happening. We've seen, dude. I'm already seeing the shortages of materials.
You've got that giant orange fucking person in the White House saying, we're going to make everything great again. We're going to manufacture everything in America. We're going to make cars in America. We're going to do this. We're going to do... Okay. There's a problem there.
What?
Alabama's minimum wage is even lower for service staff.
Yeah.
$2.25 an hour.
That's what it used to be here. Last time I remember being that low here was back when I was young. But still, yeah. Oh yeah.
That is below. That wouldn't even qualify as a poverty wage in this country.
No.
And the scary part is, if you have a job making that an hour, technically you still have employment. So getting government benefits and assistance to try to get by is even more difficult. Well, you have a full-time job. Okay, but I'm only making so much. Okay, well, we'll help you still, but you're only going to get a little bit. But people that just sit on their asses get handed $1,000 a week.
And what was Trump's answer to this when it was said to him? What was his answer? Work harder.
It reminds me of when a few years ago at my job, we were working nights and it was the middle of winter. Hey, can we turn the heaters up? No, the heat's in the tools. The harder you work, the warmer you'll stay.
Well, I mean, there's another option. We'll just set fire to the building and it'll be lovely and warm.
They did get kind of mad when the breakers of the shop kept tripping because I had pretty decent sized space heaters plugged in everywhere in my area. Why does it keep? You can't be doing it. I said, well, you need to turn the heat up or I'm going to keep blowing the breaker because I'm not going to freeze. I'm literally at my area working and I can see my breath full-heartedly the entire 10 hours I'm there. That's not a good, no.
Well,
am I doing inside?
But in a lot of ways, this again goes down to that is almost living with a long-term disability.
Yeah, it is.
Trying to survive on minimum wage in the US. I mean, in this country, you get universal credit, brings you up to the basic minimum wage.
Yeah.
When it's an at least, I mean, it may not be like a bougie lifestyle, but you're able to live.
Yeah. That's the whole point. That is the whole point. It brings you up to a basic minimum salary.
Yeah.
You gotta sing the song. I wish I had a watermelon. Wish I had a watermelon.
Hey, that's it. Paint his head like a watermelon.
Twice. Yeah.
Hey, Craig, just do not go to a Gallagher reenactment show. I'm warning you, don't do it.
But in this country, when it comes to benefits, if you've got a long-term disability, you get enough to survive. I'm not saying you're going to live a fantastic lifestyle, but you get enough to survive.
Yeah. You do.
It's only when you get
they can't afford to eat.
It's only when you've been in the system a long time and it's obvious what's wrong is getting worse. Then there is another level of benefit above. Then you can afford to live.
Yeah,
That's not saying it's a fantastic lifestyle still, but at least you've got enough money to live.
See,
yeah.
like,
I know.
like Mel just said, what is $23 in boost stamps going to get you?
Fuck all.
At that point, you might as well send me a penny just so you can laugh and say, "Ha ha, I still send you money."
In my technical term on the subject, fuck all.
Mm.
It's yeah.
You know, my benefits added together work out as being just above minimum wage because of long-term degenerative.
Mm. But it's taken a long while to get that level.
It's taken a hell of a long time, and I lost my benefits. I've lost both lots of benefits at different times, and you're trying to survive on a third of the money.
Yep.
Yeah.
At which point I ran my credit card up because that's all I could do. I still had to eat.
Well, think about people. Let's say the same thing here, but people who like back when Obama was in office, and you had the forced insurance, right? If you didn't have it, you got fined and blah blah. Well, at that point, you got people that literally can't afford to keep their electric on. There's no gas in their car. You might have condiments in your fridge if you're lucky, let alone actual food. And now you want me to pay for health insurance so that I'm not going to go to the doctor for anyway because I can't afford the doctor?
Yeah, but
I'm not saying his idea was, completely wrong because there was good and bad points to it, but his idea wasn't the point of the conversation. It was the fact of you can't afford to do anything.
the problem with the Obama, I totally agree with you. That was wrong. Forcing people to spend their money on insurance rather than food and living is wrong. But you've got to remember, Obama did try bringing in proper health care the way we would do it.
His whole thing wasn't all bad. It's like every policy, you got to look at a lot of details.
And it was other members of Congress that put paid to that. Because, and funnily enough, these members of Congress were people who were involved in big pharma and big insurance companies.
Mm-hmm. They had a lot of stock in this stuff out of nowhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if he had got that passed, they would have lost shitloads of money. It would have changed the way America would have worked. People would have been a lot better off.
Well, I'll tell you what, because I was in middle school at that time. And did it piss you off as a kid? Yes, it did. When they pulled all the pop machines out of schools and did all that shit. Yeah, as a kid, it was irritating. We had full machines in every hallway of the building with full sugar Mountain Dews and shit you could get in third grade and go walk up and buy a pop. Was it a good thing? No, but whatever. And yeah, it was irritating as a kid, but in hindsight, it stopped a lot of us that could have had a lot earlier diabetic issues or issues in general. Because you're drinking 2 or 3 or 20 ounces to a day full of sugar. That's not good for anybody, let alone a kid. Hey, Alana.
Well, no, the problem wasn't that it was full sugar. The problem was it wasn't sugar. It was high fructose corn syrup.
That's the thing. None of that actually had real sugar in it, especially then.
Which is what you use in everything.
Oh, absolutely. Everything.
Which is why you have such a horrendously high diabetes rate in America. And we're on about people of young ages have got diabetes.
Well, even at my age, I shouldn't have the issues I do. I watch what I eat pretty decently now. I'm not saying everything's the healthiest option, but sugar-wise, I do watch what I'm putting in my body.
I wouldn't watch what you eat. It looks disgusting.
But okay, Mr. Black Pudding. Anyway,
hey,
I knew I was going to get all 3 of you. But no, but even looking at that, even looking at lower sugar options, sugar-free options, everything still has high corn syrup levels.
Yep.
And that's even worse than regular sugar because it affects your body differently. It's a slower release some days. Depending what it's in, it can be a faster release, and you have spikes and drops. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah. The problem is high fructose corn syrup the human body wasn't designed to digest it.
Nope.
Right.
We were designed to digest glucose.
No, like I said, Alana, I like what I can afford.
Yeah, but it's not food.
Fitting room lights.
Okay.
Well, as it's getting dark.
I just think that the issue you've got in America is never going to be. It's never going to be solved, food wise.
Alexa, turn off light. Sorry.
The way the speakers are designed on this, it can't hear.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
You can't get away with doing what we used to do today.
Alexa, disco mode.
No, the best
Ball
one
drops
was,
from the ceiling out of a hatch.
Matt, remember, the best one, though, was whenever Sean had to go to the toilet. When we used to get his to give him an alarm call with some horrendous song. So he'd come back, sit down, and think he was perfectly safe. And 2 minutes later,
Oh, it was funny.
I said,
It
catch and
was.
return fire, Craig. Catch and return fire.
Punch him in the balls.
They haven't dropped yet. See, now we have to change it. It can't be a water ball. Now it has to be a rugby ball.
Depends where he's going to put the rugby ball.
and how much VG he's going to use.
Well, he knows he has his good buddy Bill to call, just in case he runs left.
Nice one, Lee. Scrum down, forward pass.
That was a hard one. But Craig got the patience of a saint. After the second one, I'd have clocked the boy. There it is. There it is. Get him, Craig. Get him.
That is very true, though, Steve. What they're dumping
Yeah.
the food
No, that's
is
exactly.
to keep people ill
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
and lines the pockets of Big Pharma.
Oh, the best line is though. We put this up in to make sure it's so in the best quality you can be when you get it. Okay, but you just put more preservatives percent wise than food.
Yes.
That also keeps the profits up, Steve.
Yeah.
It's a big money maker keeping people ill.
Well, it's like when they started when food colorings in the last few months have started slowly started creeping out of things and natural dyes coming into play. The thing that kills me is, I mean, yeah, there's certain like more posh companies, that are like the price is a little bit higher, but for the most part, the same company are making the same product. Yes, it looks different, but there's zero taste difference really. And we're sitting there and finally starting to question, well, why was it made that way in the first place? Because it's cheaper. Because the ingredients make you sick. It looks bright and colorful and attractive to kids. Oh wait, we're gonna get on that argument anyway.
Yeah, your government has been doing this for years.
And we're back on to like look at the labels of like alcohol bottles and flavor this and that and the other,
Yeah, but a simple classic example. You have Fanta.
Oh, I do. I use that argument with people a lot over here. Actually, like, go ahead, go Google. Go Google Fanta here and Fanta somewhere else.
Now, if I squeeze oranges, it looks the same color as Fanta in this country. It
I have-
doesn't look like that fluorescent stuff that you've got in America.
I
Oh,
have to
and
use
there's
my
something
protein
else
to
as
get that
well.
color.
That stuff in America has never seen an orange in its life.
No.
The closest it's been to an orange if Trump's been round the factory.
It's
I
all
think
I think I'm
artificial.
passing on the tree.
There's a thought. If you're banning food colouring, does that mean you can get rid of Trump now?
You know, there might be a loophole here we can work with.
I say, it's not banned in this country, but
It's
they have to
deemed,
give a warning that it's
It's-
in there.
yeah, it's not it's not a ban thing, but it's deemed undesirable.
Well, don't you
Yeah.
guys also have? Correct me if I'm wrong. Don't certain products have like a rating system, so to speak, on like health levels?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mm.
We don't have that.
we have something called black pudding.
which is
Go on.
actually really healthy.
Black pudding is healthy.
You
It's
ain't gonna
much
catch me.
healthier than anything you have. Nice bit of blood. Good for you.
And in reality, it more closely resembles meat than anything you have.
Now, look at what Martin said, though. That's a good point. Look at just McDonald's products in this country and others, and look at the ingredient list on stuff. Like when I worked at Taco Bell for all those years, remember it was probably about 20 years ago when they had the whole "is it really beef" scandal for Taco Bell.
No.
Well, I went.
No, it wasn't.
Hold on, you're gonna like this. So I went and I ended up working there, years later. In the ingredient list on that box of beef mix, that the taco mix, whatever you want to call it. If you look at the ingredient list, which first off is a mile and a half long, but it is no longer labeled as beef. It is labeled as seasoned taco mix or meat or whatever, because if they label it that way, legally they can have a lower percentage of actual beef in the product.
And
Yeah,
I bet
and the
you,
percentage of beef, I bet, is below 10%.
and I bet you any
Somewhere,
money,
I'd have to actually go through. It's been years, but yeah, probably.
somewhere in that list of ingredients will be beef flavouring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Whereas in this country, it's got to show with a percentage.
We use beef.
Yeah, it's a really strange concept.
We don't flavour it. We just use beef.
Oh, the amount of American products, like food-wise, that are, whether it's beef, chicken, whatever it happens to be, and the word flavored after it, even like fruits and everything else, is ridiculous. And it's stuff that kills you. 'Cause you'll see stuff that's like, okay, this is a very simple meal, even a can of something, tomatoes, tomato flavoring or something stupid, which that's an exaggeration, but still, it's like, why? Just put them in the fucking can. Like,
It's all to do with how long something lasts.
it's still that old, which makes no sense to me why this is still a mindset. But it's like, I can kind of get though, because look how much food is thrown away in the U.S. Even with all the preservatives, look how much food is thrown away in supermarkets every fucking day. Oh, it's it's a little bit this or that, or I mean, shoot, there's a pop-up company that showed up here in the last few months, and it's literally just a mail order food company for like fruits and veg and stuff like that. But it's all the stuff that the farmers can't sell to the supermarket. Oh, I grew a set of bell peppers, and a couple of them hit the vine while they were growing, so they're indented a little funny on the one side. Supermarkets will reject those, and most of those, if not eaten by the farmers, are thrown away. So now you got pop-up companies trying to save literally millions of pounds of food and produce from being thrown away because it's ugly.
I would say, Gots, Mum, you spelled it right the first time. American food contains food dye.
If you want to make pickles, right, how hard is it to get a big jar, some vinegar, whatever you want to put in there, which will usually be pepper, capons, maybe garlic, maybe
I'll
chili.
say maybe some garlic clove, and yeah.
Right. Get what you're going to use
Coriander.
for pickles. I like pickled onions, but that's just me. And then just drop your pickles in, right? Job done.
Right, let it sit, and there you go.
Mhm.
We don't want pickled Rick.
And see, that's the thing, Mark. I don't understand why it has to be a pretty fruit or vegetable. It's still edible. There's nothing wrong with it. Like,
the misshapen veg thing was down to Marks and Spencer's.
Mm.
Marks and Spencer's actually had like a how much a banana can bend. It wasn't allowed to
What?
be. No.
That's a test?
The curve of the banana.
Yep, they
Yeah.
actually had. It cannot be more curved than this. A carrot must be so. It must be certain straightness.
and
It's a
thickness.
root vegetable, you fucking
It's-
moron. It doesn't
right.
grow straight.
Mm.
So we're going to ban all watermelons that aren't regularly turned on the farm to make sure there's no flat spots or brown spots or, you know.
We're back to Craig's Head again, aren't we? I've just got
No,
it.
it moved itself enough when he was getting hit with the rugby ball.
I just want to see Lydia like paint his head as a watermelon. There. I think it'd be hilarious.
I mean, we could paint Vic as a turnip, stick him head back in the ground.
No,
What do you mean,
if
paint him as one.
Vic is any sort of vegetable, he's a Swede.
Yeah.
And I don't like Swedes much. So he's
No.
undigestible, thick.
Actually,
I
no,
don't want to think when you try and digest Vic. I don't
No.
want to think about that, Matt.
No, I think of Vic more as a mangelwurzel.
A mangelwurzel. Sugar beet.
No,
Sugar beet.
mangelwurzel's a variety of turnip, isn't it?
It's sugar beet. Mangelwurzel is what you call sugar beet over in Lincolnshire. A mangelwurzel. It's sugar beet.
Up here, it's a variety of turnip that grows to about twice the size of a normal turnip.
It's basically
Martin, have you
this
seen what they charge for those fucking watermelons? You get a watermelon, it's like a 6-inch, literally square watermelon. It fucker's a couple $100 because they grew it in a square plastic box.
you grow it
Nine-
yourself.
Right.
Mm.
About 3 weeks ago, Nine bought a watermelon. I kid you not, it was that bloody size.
Oh yeah.
I nearly said something about watermelons and Nine then, but I'm going to keep my gob well.
Yeah, because if you ask Nine the same thing, Bill just said, she's like, no, it was like this big. It was not.
No, it really was. It was too big to go in one of the. Because you either go and pay for the trolley or you just get one of the large carts, and it filled the bottom of the cart.
Jeez.
It was fucking huge.
I'll tell you what, though, I don't know how much you guys are on
Shit.
TikTok,
My goodness.
but seeing all of the Europeans coming over here and experiencing America is fucking killing me. Why do anybody from anywhere over there seem to think that the holy land of foods is fucking Denny's and Waffle House and Taco Bell?
Because they're American.
No. This is people from your neck of the woods coming over here for the World Cup and saying that they found the Holy Grail and they found Taco Bell and IHOP and Denny's.
It's because we
Because
don't
they
have
probably don't have Taco Bell.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the
Well,
point is, we don't have
Yeah,
that
but
shit.
now
in the country.
90% of the Scottish food's deep fried.
Including the desserts.
Do you know what I loved about the Scots? And I'm full credit to the Scots. Up the Scots on this one.
They drunk the place dry.
They turned up in Boston, Massachusetts, and they drank the place dry of all beer.
Wasn't that like a day and a
I'm
half?
sorry.
Budweiser and
I'm
Coors.
sorry.
apart from Budweiser and Coors Light, they didn't touch that. It's like, yes, that's the Scots.
You know, I've seen people from both sides, Americans and UK, be like, can we forget the World Cup? It's already kind of fucked. Can we just do drinking matches and just get certain US redneck states against the Irish and see what happens?
You ain't
No
competing
chance
with
against
the
the
Scots.
Scots.
Oh no, I'm not saying we're gonna win, but I want to see the drink off and watch motherfuckers sitting there going, I tell you what,
Honestly,
I guarantee any drinking team, the only ones who've got a match on each other is the Scots and the Irish.
yeah, that would be. That's the
Now, that
money
would be
I
a final
want.
worth watching.
No, I get that it was only a movie, but they need to make Beer Fest an actual event.
What do you mean it's a movie? Have you never heard of Oktoberfest?
I said,
Well, I'm
just
saying
go
the
to
actual,
Germany. Oktoberfest's a full month of it.
But do they do the actual like games like that? I know it's a whole
Yes.
like festival.
Oh yes, they do. Yes.
See, I thought it was more like games. I didn't think it was actually like a whole like organized event like that.
Oh no, it's Oktoberfest,
Including including competitions for waitresses as to who can carry the most 1 liter steins.
Oh, I've seen those. Those are fucking impressive.
I've got 9 back in my head again.
You can get a Balkan and a message.
It could be worse. I've seen her dressed that way.
Oh dear. Yeah, I hate to tell you this and shatter your illusion, Tyler, but the Rednecks ain't got a chance.
Oh no, I said I knew they weren't going to win, but I just wanted to see how. Just think about it. Think about them all together at that perfect level before that everybody's too pissed to actually do anything, and it gets to that magical brotherhood point of everybody's like, we're all just too pissed to give a shit. Let's keep drinking.
No, even the rednecks are going to be out before 9 o'clock.
Well, it depends what you're drinking too. They're
That's
used to
not
drinking
good,
high
Lucy.
volumes of very low percent beer.
No, it doesn't with the Scots. Doesn't matter what they're drinking.
Oh, not for the alcohol content, but they'll be in the bathroom so much. Like, why is your beer so watered down?
That's bad, Lisa. That really is. It's awful.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny, Steve. My thingy looks like a turnip.
Doctor, I have a strange bulge. It looks like a Vic.
No,
That's
it don't
called-
look that bad.
That's called prairie dogging it, and you need to get to the bathroom.
I have a growth on my arse cheek. It's a boil, but it's got the face of Vic.
Oh.
I shall call it Susan.
And what has happened to that fucking?
I said, does anybody know?
Not that I'm
Oh,
complaining.
Susan Boyle was red.
Bill, did you send the seagull after him?
That's what's happened, isn't it?
He carried
Oh
him
my
away.
God. Vic's got a girlfriend. Susan
Yes.
Boyle.
Pam. Called Pam.
Vic and Susan Boyle have become a couple.
My friend.
No, see, he got himself a rugby ball. He put a handprint face on it. Susan.
Be careful where you go with this. Well, you are not deflowering a rugby ball.
No, Sam, but Vic has his own Wilson.
Thank you, Tyler. You probably lost us just half the audience with that one. there is a limit, and that one was.
Hey, you're assuming what he's doing with the rugby ball. I just said he had it as a friend.
I still think right now. Everybody who's UK knows the Pepto-Bismol advert. Okay,
Yeah.
where the bunch of idiots are dancing around in the Pepto-Bismol advert. If you watch
Mhm.
that
It's
advert
probably some of
carefully,
those we get.
If you watch that advert, yeah, there's a bloke on there with a little tash, okay, that looks like Bogan. There's another bloke with a woolly hat on this advert who says about diarrhea, and it looks like Vic.
So they
So
both got
now-
real jobs.
From now on, I associate Pepto-Bismol, diarrhea, and Vic in the same bracket.
Maybe
Lovely.
that's what Bogan used to color his hair.
What hair?
No, Bogan. That weird cheetah print pink thing he keeps doing to his head.
Yeah.
Oh, so the release price of his new mod.
Oh, give me 2 seconds to make sure the kids aren't killing each other, and then we got to talk about this price point because that was ridiculous. Give me 1 second.
It's beyond ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, I know Bogan wants to make money out of it.
Yeah, I mean,
That's definitely taking something.
there's making money, and then there is just downright out and out taking the
Daylight robbery.
that. Thank you. Yes, yeah, you got me out of that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
daylight
It's
robbery. That's the
definitely
one.
daylight robbery.
I don't know. I haven't seen the price of it.
Well, the last person I saw who was trying to get money out of people like that had a stripy jersey and a black mask on and was called Dick Turpin, you know, rather than Dick Head. I mean, to be honest,
And the worst of it is, we know exactly which two mods he's based it on.
we talked about it earlier about because it's based on essentially it's a cheap Hyperion version 1. Really,
All
Now-
he's done is inverted the Hyperion 1.
if you like the Hyperion mod as a mechanical mech mod,
That's
great
a good
mod.
mod.
I haven't personally got one yet. I probably will, but
It
lovely
is a
little
good
mod.
mod.
Now, you can go 2 ways with that. You can go, I personally probably get one off Oscar actually, but or you go to Bogan.
Oh, we got to the price point yet?
No.
No,
we've
no,
waited.
we're
You
saving
come
it for
back.
you.
So,
You can have this pleasure today.
well, we'll start with everyone saw that, between Bogan and all the people on social media and Thundercloud, they've had plenty of, teaser, the half blacked out, pictures of what it was going to look like. They all had that lovely skull on the fire bar. Out of all the color variations, 1 has the skull.
No, 2
And-
have the skull.
Oh, 2? Okay. But if you want to not pay the
Yeah, 2.
extra you don't want to pay the extra for the skull, we get that, So you can go with your cheaper plain option. It's only going to cost you $1,000.
That's not.
But if you want the skull, it's only an extra $100. It's only
Yeah.
an extra $100 if you want the skull.
That's
Like,
the
who
price from
spending
Thundercloud.
$1,000 on a mech these days, let alone something like
That's the
that.
price.
And that's the official Thundercloud site.
If anybody is interested in
Just looking at it now.
the nameless mod, I am willing to sell that to somebody for the today only price of £999.99.
Including shipping. He ain't going cheap on it.
No, shipping is extra. It's £25 anywhere in the UK. America is £100.
No insurance guarantee gets there.
The $1,099 is for the mech and the stainless steel RDA, and comes with the RDA.
I don't care. The RTA is still only $50.
£1,000.
Well, 1,000 US. So was it probably 800 pounds roughly, somewhere around there?
800-900.
Yeah, but still,
Too
absolutely.
fucking much.
It's still 10 times what it's worth.
Oh,
When you can buy Oscar's mod for 90 quid.
yeah. And I
But-
know which one I trust.
like there is nothing wrong with that V2. Not a
I
single
know which-
fucking issue with it.
I know which one I'd be
No.
trusting: a mod from Oscar or a mod made by Bogan.
That is the only saving grace is he had no actual hand in making it.
He had
So-
no hand in designing it.
He had no hand in
He
making.
did. He had a very good hand. He stole this idea from this idea from this, and said, "Put them together."
Hold on. He had no hand in making the first one that he made, and it turned out shit.
That one was really shit, like really shit.
I want to see what I'm almost tempted to buy one of these just to see how bad the hot button is on this one.
Well, it's got a fire bar. You're not going to get the hot button.
Oh no, the whole mod will get hot.
The whole fucking barrel get hot.
Now, what were you saying, Bill, about the pin system for the fire bar?
It's a pin into the mod that the firebar makes contact with.
So it's not even like the actual fire bar has a pin attached to it, screwed into it, and then that makes contact. You have a whole separate pin.
If you've got,
The pins on the mod the same as the original Hyperion.
you see
I never
that
had the original.
on there
Mm-hmm.
where it pushes when it's not locked.
Well, you're
No.
talking the same thing as like the sidekick, where you've got your
But
actual
that-
stud coming off
just-
of the fire bar.
Just there,
Yeah.
you undo that screw, you can take it out, and if it gets badly worn, which it shouldn't, but if it did, you could replace that.
Mm.
Whereas Bogan, as usual, has done it on the cheap.
Which sad part is, I'll trust my Dreamer 1.5 over, or even original Dreamer and shit over any of the new shit that he comes
I'm
out
going to
with.
say I've still got my original Dreamer, and I trust that over anything he has ever made.
That I still use. I mean, obviously Kennedy is a go-to. That's trust and everything else. I've got Keens, I've got overpowered mods, I've got Dreamer. Any of those I trust more than that.
I mean, that button system, the way Oscar originally made it, works.
Yes, it does.
But it was designed to work, and that
But
Yeah.
it was designed to work.
The way Oscar made it.
Yes.
This is the important bit here.
Well, you go back to the original Bonza mech. That was the stupidest way to design that. Like, I understand that, like, who was it? I think it was Death Wish used the same kind of button style as far as threading into the bare tube and everything.
Yeah.
I never liked that style because you're risking it. You have an auto fire issue. You better hope you can get the RDA off before it gets too hot because you're not getting that button off.
Yeah, but the problem is he made the walls on the Bonza so thin.
Well, and the actual stainless metal for the sleeve, the actual tube was ridiculously cheap quality metal.
It was worse than any clone I've ever had.
Yeah.
And I can actually vouch for that. 'Cause my first ever mech was a Kennedy clone from 3FA. That was better quality. Even being non-constant contact was better quality than that Bonza. And I got that Bonza shipped directly from Australia from Vaporize. Fuck, that's been years.
Yeah. I mean, that's the difference.
Like, I know
Even
that
the
the Bonza mech
Jones
that I have is
model.
authentic. I got it from, Vaporize and everything else, but it's a shit mech.
I
I
mean,
can't believe they're charging that much for it.
I do. When we first saw it this morning, I was hoping it was just a U.S. server being dumb type thing, or hey, we hadn't put the actual prices up, so we're just going to put $999, all that type of shit. But even over in the UK, when they looked it up, it was the same price. And usually, if it's going to, be updated first, it's not over here; it's over there.
and you can put it in your basket at that price.
Yep. And I checked the different. Whether it's you actually just went to like the mech section, all the total collection, whatever it is, every single one has that same price point. So it's not a glitch somewhere.
It is completely insane.
Like, I mean, yeah, I have over that amount of money in mechs, but they're multiple mechs, first of all, and they're way better quality.
But it is literally, it's somewhere between the Hyperion and that Russian
The
mod,
swordfish.
the swordfish.
Yeah, the rock shaped swordfish, right? Yeah.
Literally, all that's been done though is turn it so that the fire bar is making its contact at the top instead of the bottom.
Mm.
And as far as all the special color editions and shit, there's nothing even. Most of the models you can buy, unless you spend the extra for like the little cobblestoney kind of looking ones, they're very plain tubes.
That price has got to be a joke.
I'm hoping it's just somebody just wanted to get them on the site and didn't actually enter the values properly for the prices. But
Maybe they meant to put a decimal point between the one.
oh, so you get 99 cents. You got
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's actually like $1.
Mm.
though. I kind of hope that somebody, when they go, if it is wrong and they go to fix it, I hope they put the decimal in the wrong spot and we notice it before they fix it. Because I'm going to buy like 7 of them at a penny and be like, you know what, we'll resell those.
I'm not sure I'd want to buy one even at $1.
But there's got to be some bogan fanboy out there that'll buy it secondhand for full price.
Oh, guaranteed.
With no doubt whatsoever.
Bogan goes bankrupt after decimal point.
No, you'll laugh at this one. Talk about stuff actually, still selling for the older stuff. Mind you, they had 4 of them, new in box, still plastic sealed. Somebody was selling on one of the sites this morning. The Rip Trippers RTA, the Pharaoh RTA. And mind you, didn't just have 4 of them. Had 4 of them in the different O-ring color varieties. Same fucking tank with different colored O-rings.
It was shit.
It was the worst RTA I have ever used.
Well, you remember when he designed that freaking RTA? I made the top cap to where it had this wall so spitback wouldn't come back up. Okay, but you're condensating all the flavor back into the top, bottom of the drift up and back into the RDA. That's why I had no fucking flavor.
I had that. I had the RDA and I had the RTA, and they were both abysmal.
Oh, and not to mention, let's thread the entire top cap on and off when you want to drip on your RDA.
Yeah,
I looked at the RTA and that stupid idea with the rotating. No, it was an RDTA, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, it was technically, with the juice flow arm.
No, you had to release the wick so you could put the juice into the tank and then tank it up again so that the wick wasn't just floating in no man's land.
It was, and it didn't matter what you did with it. You couldn't get flavor out of it.
Nope. Like I said, it's because of the way the top cap was designed. You literally had a wall stopping.
Oh, it was designed.
Okay, so it was a tin can hit with a hammer a couple times. But
it was the way he made it so fucking heavy.
Yeah, it was actually pretty heavy for that. Yeah. And it was a tall top cap on it too. For the way the deck was designed, why did it need to have an extra, at least centimeter?
Well, the idea was that the bowl at the bottom, your juice bowl, he reckoned you could get about 4 ml of juice in there once it was wicked.
Bollocks.
No, you could get 4 ml of juice in there. It all came out the airflow as soon as you tipped it, but
and good luck if you wanted to actually drip on it, because the way the airflow was set up, it would all just go right past coil and just soak through the air holes.
Yep.
To those giant grates at the bottom.
It was a beautiful piece of design.
It was designed for the juice companies because it was guaranteed you weren't going to vape it, you were going to wear it.
Tit rippers.
This thing's got great flavor, because you just emptied 30 mils into your mouth.
Yeah, you tipped it up and drank the liquid.
Yeah, I could agree with that. As far as like RDTAs and the wicking, the CRI ones seemed like they were some of the best ones. The only one that I actually liked that didn't have those was the Pyro V2. That one I actually used quite a bit.
The Limitless V2 was really good flavor.
Yeah.
But was a pain in the ass to fill. And the Limitless V5 was easy to fill, but the flavor wasn't quite as good as the two.
My Limitless B2 that sat on my mod in the front room, actually.
I remember when the Pyro line came out with the V4 that had that weird like honeycomb dish airflow to it.
Yeah.
I thought, yeah, it might, dude, that thing was such shit. There was no
The
airflow that
V4
actually, it was so diffused. It was such shit.
It
The
was
best-
crap.
I'm sorry, but you're all wrong. The best RDTA, without by any,
Don't do it.
is the Steam Crate.
Bollocks.
The Ragnar.
I'm getting paid for it. The build quality was superb.
It was done so well that I was able to actually, sit there. I had a box I had to open. I had more bait mail. I was able to cut the box right
Yeah,
open with
you
the top
see,
cap.
it's a multi-use device.
See?
And you could dissolve your screws in your e-liquid.
Yep.
Mm.
And then
And the
when
best part is, it wouldn't leak from the top cap. Especially got the Ragnarks. Once the top cap was on, it wasn't fucking coming off.
Mazda, have you
Well-
seen? They've actually made this newest one actually is an RDTA.
I've
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
got
Yeah, finally.
I've actually got both of mine now. It only took me a year and a half, but I managed to get both of them to bits.
Ooh.
I'm
Wow.
never going to use them again, but it was a matter
Now,
of
when you say you got them to bits, you mean that the screws fell apart into bits?
no. I actually have got them apart, and they could go back together and be used.
Ooh.
But
In
I'm not
theory.
going to. But I'm not going to. I got them all apart, and I looked at it and thought, I'm never going to rebuild this. I'm never going to use it.
Dude, that's why a few months ago when somebody was looking for the original like V1 Aromizer, I'm like, I got one brand new in the box if you want it. But they ain't never going to get built.
The V1 was dreadful.
Oh, no, the killer part is the guy I sold it to, he bought it because a friend of his actually daily drove used one of these tanks. Cool, do your thing, whatever. He broke the glass on it and needed new glass sections. Okay, so I sold him the whole thing. So I'm not going to say just the glass out of it. He gives his buddy the glass for it, kept the rest for himself, and was using it without glass and trying to use it in the RDA mode. If you've ever tried to use that tank in RDA mode, you know that is the worst decision you're ever going to make.
Mhm.
Yes, I have. I have done it for a laugh.
I mean, I tell you what, though, it works if you still unscrew the top cap and fill the intermediate chamber, the metal chamber that's left over. Then it works, but don't drip on it. Please don't drip on it.
It's terrible.
I said, I've only ever had any of their tanks be semi-okay with ridiculous size coils and ridiculous wattage.
Yeah.
Like when I used the Ragnar for the time that I did, it was an all right tank if you could get it not to leak and be able to refill it.
Yeah.
But I also had like 4.5 mil triple 26s running at like 250 to 300 watts minimum.
Yeah.
You know, something ridiculous like that. That's not a daily bait for anybody, really. And that's from a guy that uses a stack series every day.
No, it's not. It's not a usable. It's not a usable RDTA.
Mm.
Like the only time I sat on the mod and looked even halfway proper was on the Hammer of God. And then you got two evils right there in your fucking hand.
Yeah. But I mean, I changed that top O-ring on the fill cap and put one in that's about 0.5 millimeter thicker than the one they supplied, so that it didn't screw down all the way, which meant it didn't bind.
You might as well. They might as well have supplied it with silicon sealant, so every time you rebuild it, you
Yeah.
You know,
Me too, and yeah.
no, if you take you take a little bit of JB Weld to smear it around the outside, you'll be fine.
Perfect.
Mm.
Honestly, I don't know
I'll
what.
tell you what, though, with how some of their threading was, especially on the chimneys,
Oh my God.
I swore that they like embedded Loctite into those threads so that once you got together, it wasn't never coming apart unless you wanted to mangle that thing.
But what always made me laugh is you had the light.
Smoothed off properly.
Yeah.
They were still gooey.
Yeah, when they brought a new one out, every time you had Vic sitting there going, "Oh, the flavour's amazing."
Where?
But
You
again, but
fucking
think
muppet.
about it. We talked about, too much juice in what you're vaping, right? He was using the damn method on a Steam Crave. Of course it had good flavor. He was drinking so much black vine, he didn't know what to do with himself.
He was drowning in black vine.
And Peach Gust,
I say it was mainlining it.
that's why he needed the concentrate sent out in the liter. Okay.
Oh, he'll have gone through
Yeah.
that link for a concentrate.
I
I still
think
can't believe he sent him a pure bottle of concentrate for that. Given
What
he was
do you
probably sitting there playing the I'm a reviewer, can I get a few more 60 ml bottles every week or so? So
He'll have got the concentrate because they got fed up with him, keep begging for more.
I know
held it.
it was big in Germany at one point, Martin. I don't know if it might still be, but I don't know.
Yeah,
No,
the Brunheld.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the German 103 stuff.
The Brunhilde isn't
Yeah.
actually a bad RDTA, to be fair.
As long as you get the wicking right, yeah.
I never had anything from the German 103 team.
I have.
They didn't look bad quality, man. Some of them were a little bit
Good.
goofy with some of
No,
the
most
cages
of
and
their
stuff.
stuff is it's very tall, their stuff. That's the only
Yeah.
thing. Very
Yeah.
tall. But
I'll
that's
say,
German.
no,
What
speaking
always
of tall setups, though, I saw some the other day. They had, I can't remember if it was on, I think it was on a tube mech. So you've already got a decent bit of height to it. They put one of the Steam Crave pumper things on it.
Oh,
And then on top of that, they put the new RDTA they just released on top of that. So your whole setup, like, mind you, it was probably this fucking tall.
With very little voltage drop on it as well.
Right. On a single battery.
What was that? Very little voltage on it.
Yeah.
guaranteed not to electrocute anybody because there's no electricity getting through.
Right.
Mm.
And that stupid pumper design, I get what they were trying to do, but either get a squonker or just use it as a dripper. Pick one.
Well,
And then you're going to have
Anakin
an
did that
RDTA on
with
top of it.
Siphon.
Yeah.
But why did that pumper from Stephen Crave always remind in the UK we have those toilets where you have like the half flush or the full
I have
flush
one of
or the
those,
full
yeah.
flush. It reminds me of that.
It kind of does.
It's like they've gone to a plumber's and gone, yeah, that'll do.
They
I don't know who
probably
does this
did.
designing.
Well, no, that makes sense though. The designers for Steam Crab just go to the plumbing supply store, they start fiddling with little bits and go, I bet you we can make this cheaper.
Yeah, this is the trouble. We can make this cheaper. Any engineer or mechanical engineer, whoever says we can do this cheaper, walk away.
Yeah.
That's like if you go to a tattoo shop and they give you a price and you always got that idiot. My buddy's got a gun that he bought off Amazon. He can do it cheaper. Go ahead. Come back and let me see it when it's done, please.
That's where you end up with the Elvis portrait that looks like a potato.
Yep.
And it says, I live Elvis underneath.
No, it doesn't even say that. It's got Japanese.
I live
characters.
Elvis.
No, it's that basic white girl's got the Japanese characters horribly done by their best friend's cousin. And they walk in to go to Japan for vacation. Oh, look at what traditional. That doesn't say. Do you know what that? You don't know. Translate no. Well, what's it say? Well, it says that you like shrimp fried rice made with cats, and that
Your dedication to soup is.
oh, I saw
No,
that one. I saw that one. It's like I look at my soup. No, it's a tattoo. I know it's a tattoo. It says soup.
Mm.
I like sucking on big noodles.
So he says courage. No, it says soup. Some courageous soup.
It
There's
says
certain
today's
things-
special are
There's certain things in life that you like don't skimp out on,
Yeah.
you know, and tattoos is definitely one.
Oh,
I'm certainly not if you're in a foreign country and don't speak the language or know what the language actually means.
right. Not to build here. Say, how much money do you have on all the tattoos you have? Quite a bit of money, actually, because there's a reason that I put the money into it. Could I have gotten them cheaper? Yes. No, I don't want that on my body forever. I have enough really random nonsense tattooed on me. At least they look okay.
You know, it's like, why do I buy better quality mods and better quality pod systems? Because I want ones that work.
I thought you were
Mhm.
going to be forget about. Oh,
Yep. Why do we not listen to Vic? Because we want mods that work.
Work.
no, because we want to be able to vape ourselves without going, damn. The wicking is damn.
Mm.
Maybe he's got a job.
Don't
Maybe
be
They've
daft.
got what?
ma-
Oh, job.
I said
Matt,
that rude
Matt,
word.
have you lost the plot, bud?
No more than normal. But maybe Vic has become. Hey, has anybody checked to see the candidates for the Irving Council? Maybe Vic has decided to become a candidate for Parliament. I mean, he is a
what's he going to be? The Milky Tea and Steak Bake guy?
You can just see his list of shit that he put down to try and claim back on expenses, can't you?
Oh, shit.
Steak bakes, tea bag, nut bags, bag, singular. We only need one a year.
Oh, and an extra cable for his desktop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but don't forget the 2 gallons of milk a day to make his tea.
Candles. Candles are important. Safety.
4 candles.
You know,
No, he wasn't.
He probably didn't invest in it because we know he's kind of, tight-fisted on the money, but maybe somebody can donate like everything else, like a stud finder or a water pipe finder for him. So next time he has to hang a photo, he has a better chance.
No, just don't let him have a drill.
But it's his flat. It's more fun this way.
It's not his flat, it's his mum's house.
Yeah,
Mm.
She's
not even
paying,
his.
she's paying the rent and he's drilling holes in it.
In the pipes.
I say, Martin, you can add to that Oxford are pretty reliable as well.
Yeah, they are actually.
Well, I mean, that
Geek Vape and
I've always been a
Freemax,
Met
though.
guy anyway, but that's why I went off regulate for the most part. I know they're going to work.
I'll agree with you though, there, Martin. Geek Vape, Freemax, yeah, they're
Mm.
pretty decent
mean,
stuff.
And as far as mods go, weren't the Boo-Poo stuff with the drag series pretty good?
Mm.
Yeah, I just didn't like the drag.
I never had any of them, but I heard as far as like the what was
I
it,
had
like
it. I
and the
had a drag
Vaporesso Gen
V1.
was big.
I had the Drag V1 and it was all right. It was just a bit square,
I say it looked bulky.
Mm.
It was bulky.
but it was quite a good mod. I mean, it was reliable. I will give it that. It was reliable.
But I mean, that's quite square.
I was surprised when you got that, Bill. It wasn't uncomfortable in the hand.
No, because they've chamfered everything where it needs to be chamfered.
Mm.
Mm.
Bogan does a lot of chamfering. He completely chamfers it.
And plus, Bill gets the benefit. He sees Mike every day.
Yeah, I've got that one as well. I'm not using that one at the minute. I got that one more for show because it is a really smart design.
You got it because it's got Mike on it. That's why you got it.
Mm.
Look, I want to get Mike back reviewing. All right.
At the very least, we can get him a cut on the sales.
I'm going to put in a complaint about that. Send a picture of Mike to the woman and say, look, you've used the guy's image on your mod. The least you could do is pay him,
Yeah.
You know, like a quid per unit, something.
But those ones are limited, numbered limited edition.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Mike's a limited edition.
Oh, Mike's a very limited edition.
Thank God.
There are going to be potentially 3,000 of them. This is batch 2 and number 638. They're making them 500 at a time. So it could finish up. There's only 1,000 of these made.
Mm-hmm.
Talking of Mike, where is he?
You know, I was hoping we said his name enough he would pop in.
Mm.
But it
And for that fact, where's G at?
it is such a nice mod.
G will be sulking over the Anthrax news.
No, did you see the meme he made?
Mm-hmm.
That was good.
The fact that the latest news on Anthrax is Anthrax's drummer has injured his hand or something, so won't be able to play the drums for a bit.
Really?
Doesn't stop them really from the album, though, does it?
That's been recorded and finished for, a year.
Mm.
But they're getting another drummer in. I dread to think who they're going to get in to drum with.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Mike could be down Wimbledon Common, wombling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He could be wombling. As for G, I don't fucking know. It's G. Oh, you can pre-order the album.
Yeah.
But the point is there, Lee, you said you can pre-order it. Have you?
Has
But it's a
anybody?
lottery as to which year.
Have you pre-ordered it yet?
Yeah. I'd say it was a lottery for the date, but it's not now. It's a lottery for the year.
Mm.
Oh, Scott had a live stream. Yeah, G might be recovering.
What? Oh God, he had to put up with Scott. I can't take Scott seriously since he's grown hair. Underground, wombling free.
See, the problem is though, Mike might be a weeble wall, but he does fall down.
Quite often. It's unusual for
Usually
Mike.
from a seated position.
It's unusual for Mike not to turn up, to be fair.
You know, the most worrying thing about the Wombling song, we can all remember it.
Mm-hmm.
And that was 1977.
Jeez.
I know, I saw that, Lee. Scott shaved his beard down.
Did he?
I saw that. I was like, oh, fuck, what the fuck? This is. Oh, he had a great beard, and now he's yeah. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah, I think Scott's having a midlife crisis.
Man,
Well,
if
either
you
that or
were in the Ukraine, you'd have
or the beard's receding and coming out the top.
No, if you were in the Ukraine, you'd have a crisis as well.
That's the thing with Scott. He's in the Ukraine, and it doesn't really bother him.
Mm.
It's like
It's just like being downtown in any major city in America.
The best one he was on the show.
Gunshots all over the place.
No, he was on Lee's.
Yeah.
He was on Lee's show. We were doing the stream, and he was on Lee's show, and there was this almighty explosion in the background, right? And Scott went, "Oh, they're firing over the road."
I mean, to be fair, Craig, you're not wrong though. I can honestly, there have been so many times in my life that I went, is that fireworks, thunder, or gunshots? And you don't know.
Most of the time, it's gunshots.
There's a good majority, depending where you're at. There's a good majority.
That's true. Good.
I haven't watched it yet. I've watched a couple of little bits, but I haven't watched that much of Hellfest yet.
Master, have you seen the damage being done to Russia back with the drones from the Ukraine?
Yep.
Made me laugh though. They fired a surface-to-air missile to try and take out a drone and blew up a oil storage container.
Oh shit!
You saw the top of the oil storage container go up in the air, do a pirouette, and then land on its edge.
Oops!
Oh, that's quality.
They shot their own bloody oil storage container.
He'll be in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, because just to make it worse, it was filmed by about 6 different people.
So you got every possible camera angle of that should have been higher up aimed, buddy.
The entire Ukrainian forces all standing there giggling,
Just pissing themselves laughing. like, all right, who did that? Whose shot was that? Theirs.
Right, we'll just send 6 drones over. That should take out another couple of refineries. Yeah, but the drones won't reach. Doesn't matter.
No, not even that. We'll send drones over. Well, we're out of the missiles that the drones carry. We don't need any. Just put the flashy, blinky lights where they can see it coming, and there you go.
Yeah, I think you're right. Martin. I do.
Plus,
They've been pulling some serious military maneuvers out of nowhere. It seems. I mean, I know they were properly planned, but they're well
have
done.
Have you seen the range of the Ukraine's latest drones?
Yeah.
No, I haven't actually.
2,000 kilometers.
Oh, damn!
They can direct strike Moscow.
The issue I have here.
That's why they had a ceasefire around the same time of the Moscow parade thing, didn't they?
Yeah.
Mm.
The issue I have here.
Didn't you see in Moscow they put anti-drone nets over the parade corridor?
Yeah. Is the fact that Putin knows he is losing. Right.
Well, he thought he had this huge advantage, and all of a sudden they start fighting back. It's like, oh, they're not as ill-equipped as I thought they were.
I think if it keeps going, Putin's going to do something stupid.
Possibly.
I think you're right.
Well, I mean, think though, any leader in that type of situation, you start realizing, oh shit, you start getting kind of panicky and doing rash things to try to stay somewhat okay.
But you've got to remember, Ukraine started its drone technology based on disposable e-cig batteries.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah. They've only been developing them for 5 years.
That says something.
They are now
already.
They are now the world leader in drone technology.
There's clever people involved with them. Very clever people.
Wow.
And when I say world leader, a lot of the Arab states are setting up contracts to buy the drones from the Ukraine.
Yeah.
Which means Ukraine has more money, real money, flowing in.
I was gonna say, oh yeah, because you can get a lot of sales real quick doing that, especially with the right specs and everything.
And what have we got? A DJI fucking with some water balloons.
Well, no, they,
Well,
they went to Poundland. They found the little ones that had little RC and the AAA batteries.
Don't joke.
The one that you set and charge it on the remote,
Yep.
on the controller.
Mind you, I mean,
what
at
is
least
this? What
we're
is
in,
this? Tremors with the RC trucks?
we're in a better position than America is. You know, you send like 20 million pounds worth of missiles up to try and knock out some drones, and they weren't drones; they were fireworks.
Yeah, and
Right.
Iran launches a small salvo of rockets.
And the world stood there going, "Fucking Americans!"
Oh, look, a chrysanthemum.
Right.
And what does Trump do? Send more.
Yeah, Iran sending up rockets for a couple of dollars each. America using missiles at up to $5 million each.
And missing.
Yeah,
We'll obliterate them.
Well, yes, eventually, if you blow up the whole world, eventually you will obliterate them and yourselves, and you know.
If you leave it to Trump, he'll obliterate everything.
I said if you leave it to Trump, the only way he'll obliterate the Iranians is if the Iranians all move to America.
What's he going to do? Feed them bad food till they die?
I'll blast them
No,
back.
No, chemical warfare's not been banned, hasn't it, under the Geneva Convention?
Well, yeah, but yeah.
But America is still testing it on the people.
You
Yeah.
can go full redneck like one of the guys I work with and decide to put a hot dog down a shotgun barrel. That worked out real well when it blew the shotgun barrel in half.
That shows how good the metal is.
So that's why you wanted a shotgun, then.
Hey, you got to cook them a little faster.
I tell him
Martin,
next time, don't use the tinned hot dogs. Use the ones in the jars.
Pickled hot dogs. But no, Martin, honestly, I've had qualms about being an American with things going on back. I mean, given there's been points that weren't as bad, but it probably started when Bush Jr. got into office.
God.
You know, because that's what I mean. It wasn't like fantastic before that, but that's when I first got old enough to start really noticing things politically. You know,
George Trump Jr. Oh my God.
He's
illiterate, illegitimate.
and a drunk.
I just love the way. Do you ever notice when there was a big meeting of like figureheads from around the world, you know, prime ministers and royals, and he'd walk in the room, everyone would go, "Oh fuck," and walk away from him.
Because it was going to be bullshit coming out of his mouth.
Did you ever notice with his speeches though? He'd start off and he'd go, "We from the great people." Yeah. What? He made no sense whatsoever.
Yep.
It's like there was somebody in the background going, "Mr. President, you need to make some sense." You know.
No, it's one of those. You need to say something. Even if it's not words, you need to say something.
He
Somebody
talked.
turn the voltage up on him.
He's unbelievable.
But no, it very much so, Martin. Especially with everything over the last decade, even just put it in that time frame. It's embarrassing. It's actually very embarrassing, and at the same time, it's terrifying that not only do we have all this, just from the food side that we're dealing with day to day, just trying to not, die, to, oh no, we've got rockets and explosives going on. Let's try not to die again.
And then you, like you said,
Oh,
Biden.
And then don't get sick, because then you really.
Yeah. Mr. Biden,
Yeah.
Mr. President, what do you think of the war that's going on? Tuesday, 3:15. Sorry, Mr. President. Where am I?
Well, look, at least you got rid of the president who was outacted by the chimpanzee.
This
Yeah.
is true.
You've had some class presidents, haven't you? You really
You
have.
really
you know.
have.
I mean, in all fair, he said it, and I believe him personally. He did not have sexual relations with that woman. Bollocks.
He was just
No.
using her as a contraceptive.
Bill. I love you trying that mid-Matt taking a drink, because you saw him go.
I already knew where that joke was going, but he started it. Honestly, I mean, mind you, we can't really say anything with the lot that we've got in power.
Oh, they're in power.
We're paying
Power tripping, but
Well, they're in the Houses of Parliament. That's about as far as we say for certain.
Yes.
yeah. But think we have people that can just walk into the White House here. So as long as it's the right day in January.
No, it's all right. All they need is a sheep with 2 holes.
Damn it! Stop cutting holes in my good Egyptian cotton sheets, Bill.
I wanted to get into the White House.
President Ku Klux Klan.
Hey, I thought you were gonna say President fucking Bill Rich over here. Well, that might be interesting.
That'll be Trump next week. Trump coming on next week. White power. Yeah. No, Mr. President. No,
No, he wouldn't. He come out.
He's already played that one.
That one.
He's already played the white power one.
Listen, it's gonna be Cheeto power. I'm surprised at this point that the national animal hasn't changed from the bald eagle to Chester the Cheeto.
Chester the flying Trump.
Nah, sulfur crested cockatoo.
What is that whistling sound? It's just Trump. And we're back to the
all they need is a bit more red food dye in his spray tan, and you could turn him into a cockatoo.
Or an Oompa Loompa.
I'm sure
I got it. If we can find the secret mixture of the spray tan he uses and give it to Vic, he can get another job. He can be an Oompa Loompa.
Donald has had a cock or anyway.
Yeah, but the original Oompa Loompas were green.
True.
Just think, 20 years from now, we'll sit back and laugh at this.
Well, Tyler might.
I would say, what are you going to be sitting there next to Satan just having a cup of tea, Matt?
Well, no, we're already laughing at it. That's the problem.
Well, Martin, we can already prove that your body hates it as much as it should, because mine was fine with it for years, and I have a horrible allergy to it now.
I think we should. I think we should start sparking all of his cans of Coke with ketamine.
Oh, please, please.
No, better. can we get the suitcase from Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas and just mix everything?
No, just give him a couple of grams of fentanyl.
That's too easy.
No, I would like to propose PCP.
Problem is, though, could you tell that though? If you did, could you tell by his behavior before and after? Really,
You would definitely tell with PCP, believe me.
I don't know. He's pretty much already getting there.
Oh no, with PCP, you'd know he'd had it. I promise you, you'd know.
No, you just give him enough Molly.
PCP would kill him.
Hell, I knew an idiot years and years ago that worked at the weld shop and actually came in one day like, "Are you okay?" Was acting real funny. Motherfucker showed up to work on Molly.
Yeah. Don't do drugs.
Forrest Gump said it, you know, stupid is, stupid does. Mama said.
You'd be better off with Forrest Gump as president.
Didn't we have one of those at some point? Oh. And we're back.
I
You
think
had Forrest Gump as a president.
well, that could be one of any quite a few presidents, actually.
Well, I said, I think we've already had.
I mean, you know, George Bush Jr. was a lot like Forrest Gump, really, wasn't he?
Yeah.
The thing instead of I got my running shoes, I got my cowboy hat.
I've fallen off my lawnmower. Best video I ever saw was that one of where he
that was
on his ride on mower and fell off it backwards. It was great. I spent days laughing at that. It was brilliant.
And the thing is, the seats are designed to not let you do that.
I would love for that to be true, Martin. I think they're keeping him alive. Trump. That's what is going on.
Absolutely. Especially you look at like certain photos and videos that have been actually non-edited, you know, you can see his body is literally deteriorating and rotting away.
Yeah, very specifically, it's rotting away.
I think they're probably giving him blood transfusions and, you know, complete blood transfusions, which is why he goes away for a couple of days.
Random disappearances lately and all of his random extra dentist appointments would correlate to about the amount of time you would need to do those.
Yeah. I mean, we know it's gone on with certain people in the past.
Yeah.
Keith Richards had it done, didn't he? But
well, you think about it, with the liver disorder I've got, it'll come a point where that'll be the only way of treating me.
Yeah.
Because dialysis is pretty much a blood transfusion.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Hey, you could turn up as Donald Trump.
I do not want that much red dye in my blood, thank you.
I would say not even that. What are they going to do? Replace half the blood with McDonald's?
I just see Bill turning up with a new haircut.
No, see, that's it. That'll be the next product release. The Mick blood transfusion. Come in, get your double cheeseburger, your French fries, and some, quick blood change out.
Do you reckon that you get those quick snap things on cars for like oil lines and stuff? Do you reckon Donald's got some of them that just go in and plug him in?
No, I think it's more like, you ever seen those rednecks that will take the the drain plug for their car and replace it with a ball valve. Same idea. They just replace it with a ball valve so they can just empty them real quick.
No, that's where he has to wear the adult diapers.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, bad
I
already. Yeah.
was shooting at birds on the floor. Well, why did you shoot him in the chest? That's what we need to do.
That turned into the biggest meme, especially in like Family Guy and shit for years of, well, if you're going to go hunting, make sure you don't have Cheney go with you.
That's what we do. We take Trump, a manly sport, we take him bear hunting. And accidentally you can shoot him and say, I thought it was a bear coming out the woods.
No, you hand him a bottle and tell him, it's mosquito repellent. It might happen to be bear pheromones. It might be. And he'll make a new friend.
Why am I putting on this coat that has bits of meat hanging from it? Yeah, don't worry, Donald.
Trump gets humped to death by a wild bear.
Well, it wasn't so much wild. He was very sexually aroused.
What happened? You got teabagged by a bear.
Donald Trump humped to death by Winnie the Pooh.
Oh. You didn't even bring back into it.
By Yogi and Boo Boo.
No, only you can prevent forest fires. Not like that. Not like that.
And Paddington was waiting for sloppy seconds.
Oh.
Paddington rolled over and had a post-coital marmalade sandwich.
Yeah, we all knew that Ted was kind of messed up anyways, being, the teddy bear coming to life, but apparently he had some hard times and had to get a real job.
No. There's just some things you don't want in your brain.
Mm.
Oh, and look at the time. It's a lovely way to end the show.
Donald Trump spit roasted by bears.
Cheetos roasting on an open fire. Oh.
Donald Trump gang raped pie.
A bear bit off your fucking nose.
Clinton would have to be involved in this somewhere.
Almost definitely.
I mean, think if it's Trump involved, he would just pardon Diddy, and
yeah. The worrying thing though is Vance would be waiting to take his place.
He's already been, from what I've seen, been putting little things out there just so that when time comes, he can just jump right into spot. So convenient, little things,
You turn this in, we've managed to turn this into some sort of horror porn orgy of
politicians.
Just wrong. Just real wrongness.
It's a gift.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Gift that keeps giving.
Oh, dear.
Even when you don't want it to.
Yeah.
And that's the scary bit.
I said pineapple, goddammit. No, not that pineapple. This is not Little Nicky.
Just think of the fun you could have if you could cut pineapple with a watermelon.
Craig, please don't in any time soon buy a pineapple, because those two together.
Funny for
I
that,
misplaced
was
me pineapple. Did you sit on?
Are you ready, kid? No.
This is not for kids, mate. This production.
Oh, fuck.
Showing this video. this video that we've come up with to kids would no, just no.
Yeah, the teddy bear's picnic is definitely not for kids.
No.
And Winnie the Pooh was all sticky, and it wasn't from marmalade.
Mm.
And on
Wrong,
that note,
wrong honey pot. Wrong honey pot. Oh, all right. Let's let.
And the Hair Bear Bunch.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if we were down to 0 viewers at this point.
no, we're all right. We're
all right.
Hold on. Okay.
We've offended everybody, but most of the people we've offended,
Either offended or at the very least, we're going to have plenty of nightmares throughout the whole group.
most of the people we've offended are people who were helping to be offensive on this subject.
This is true.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we're an equal opportunities offender. We'll offend anybody.
Listen, I don't discriminate. I hate everybody.
I haven't tried fucking everybody.
Wow.
No, that's
Bill,
more.
you have told some stories, Bill. There's been enough nurse.
Nurses are different.
Oh, subcategory.
Yeah.
Matt, this is getting worse, bud. Just hit the button. Just forget the goodbye. Just hit the button.
Just do your goodbyes for fuck's sake.
Oh shit!
I don't know whose turn it is. So
I don't care whose turn it is.
I'll start. I hope we haven't scared people too much.
Dude, we scared Matt.
Matt joined in.
I had nothing to do with it. I was not dressed as Winnie the Pooh.
Bollocks. Oh,
But
That is
no,
also true, Lee.
I hope everybody has a really good week. Groups there if you need us. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your loved ones, your family. Might not be the same people.
more than likely. Yeah.
And I shall see you next week. Over to you, Craig.
Yeah, cheers, Bill. Yeah, as Bill said, the group is there. So I just had a moment there. I forgot your name, Bill. I don't
Somebody
know
hit the
why.
right button.
If
Too many
you
rugby
go
balls in
down
the
in
forehead.
the woods
Yeah, so-
today, you should have a big surprise.
Yeah, as Bill was saying, the group is there if anyone is struggling. We will be back again next week. Hopefully not as random as this week's been or
It's
deranged
been a
or
pretty good week.
yeah. So join us again next week. Have a good week. I'll pass you on to Tyler.
Thanks,
Can I
Craig.
just say quickly, this is part of how
No,
we
you may
cope
not.
with this is part of how we cope with long-term pain.
Yeah.
Fair point. Fair point.
Mm.
But no, like the guy said, you guys have any issues out the week, you need to talk, whatever, you know where to find us. We ain't changed location by any means. So, yeah, have a good week. We'll see you on the next one. And hopefully you will forget most of what you heard today when you try to go to bed tonight. On that note, say your goodbyes, Matt.
Tyler.
Yeah. Another week done. More bad memories for people to go away and sleep on. If anybody does actually need us, yeah, you know where to hit us up. Where we'll be about anything that needs talking about. So we will be about. But we will be back next week, probably with more bad taste humour as well. Well, no, guaranteed there'll be.
I was
more
going to say,
bad
it's kind of
taste
on.
humour, yeah.
That's
On
pretty
point now.
guaranteed.
We will be back next week. So, yeah. Until next week. Yeah. That's all for now. Bye, guys.
Have fun,
Bye.
everybody. See you on the next one.